Salutations all. Swords and Sandals 2 is a certified HUD classic. When I was a kid, I played a demo version which had a lot of explicit ads, which was the beginning of my downfall into a crippling porn addiction. The build I went for is Charisma. Now you're probably wondering why I made my character black and called him Tyrone. No, it's not because of racism, this is for the build. Increasing the Charisma stats lets you have reduced item prices. It also increases your taunt damage, which is the main factor of this build. So it's absolutely mandatory for this build that he is black, so you can say the gamer words and not get cancelled. Now part of the intro is done, and I talked about the game and why he's black. We can begin. No, I was not building up to this joke about him being slave, okay? So the story begins where you have to face another prisoner to gain your freedom if you win. Two naked male specimens fighting reminds me of Epstein Island and how I got my freedom. And here you can see the glory of the taunt build live in action. Now that was the first win. With this win I level up and I gain skill points which can be invested into stats. Now I'm going to further explain everything and the strategy that I plan to use. So firstly, there are two types of fights. One is a duel and the other is tournaments. You do duels until you get enough EXP to level up, and once you reach a certain EXP level you can participate in tournaments. When you reach the level requirement to participate in tournaments, it's a fight to death and you can only leave once you beat the champion. Now we'll talk about the NPCs. First off is this bloke at the church. He sells us chug jugs. He also lets you save in this game, and if you're under 14 he gives you a special discount and you can visit his special shop in the basement. Next is this fine young man that sells us weapons, but I can't buy anything because I have 0 agility and strength. So I'll just let him continue his flashbacks from the Great Ninja War. Now this hunk of a man is the most important NPC as he provides armour. Wood Smash. Now this fine young lady over here owns the magic shop. She is also an important NPC because I need these two spells. She can also enhance your weapons, but the damage isn't that significant for me. She can enhance it with fire, ice, poison and alien space aids. I would also smash this big titty emo goth girl after getting smashed by the hunk of a man in the armour shop. Alrighty, now we can talk about the strategy and how it works. So the sole gameplay is spamming the taunt button, but sometimes they have the command skill which pulls me to them, so I teleport away like a little bitch because I'm gonna get my ass beaten if I don't. The second skill I have is Gale, which pushes them away to stop the sexual assault onto me. By saying no, I can stop it because it is a crime. Sometimes they have two skills of command to try and sexually assault me. Behave yourself, young man. Control yourself. There's also these weirdos that invest into agility, and they have no sense of personal space. These scoundrels are quite annoying to deal with. One final thing about this game is you can also get random choices. Like here, I can choose to spend a large amount of money on this female, or very little. I decided to spend very little because I ain't no simp. Now it begins. I level up, I invest into Charisma, then enter the tournament, and booty blast everyone in the tournament, and then listen to boss music. Tournament's over, I get gold, I invest into Gucci gear from this sexy man, level up again, and sweep another tournament, and face the evil ninja. This man let himself go after his Fortnite glory days. It was a very close fight, and I barely managed to win. If you plan to play this game, just find a bed in the tavern. Don't pick the first option, unless you want to lose all your gold, and have your ass pumped full of cum during the night. Anyway, the cycle continues. I level up, I buy myself some Gucci gear, I entered another tournament, I sweep everyone else, and then I meet the champion. But this guy, he's different. He tries something with me. He tries to taunt me. That's where he gets this fool. After my victory, I was approached by a gay clown who offered to show me his box of mysteries for a price. However, I had to politely decline as I was broke. You can probably guess how the game goes now. I sweep tournaments. Apart from this guy who has 3 HP left, I meet the champion, I kill him, and the cycle continues. I entered another tournament. I sweep everyone. Then I meet this man who has no regard for social distancing, unable to jump borders just to reach me. It could have been true love if we weren't enemies. The next champion is the Great Beast. I would make a penis joke, but I'm a sophisticated tea drinker. After, I was given an option to save a child. However, I'm too feeble and weak, so I broke my back and lost 3 strength points. I learnt my lesson, never save a child. To take my anger out, I swept another tournament. The champion was a wise man. He told me his secrets. If you remain a virgin for 60 years, you can also reach the pinnacle of sorcery. The next champion is the slave driver, the toughest opponent, who wanted to drag me back, so I summoned the power to CCP to send him to re-education camps.
中国现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋，但是速度与激情就比冰淇淋速度与激情就我最喜欢，所以现在是音乐时间，准备。
A glorious victory for mankind. I also noticed this game has pretty good names like Fiston, Sextus, Noobhammer, and Negus. This game is ahead of its time.
Negus.
The next champion is the true Giga Chad, with a jawline that could cut diamonds. He gets a bit confrontational at the start, but I do not waver. I tried to attack him, but his Chad aura deflects it, so I had to retreat back to my basement. The next champion is the real final boss, the Indian tech support scammer. However, he failed to realise that me and the virus had a symbiotic relationship. It provides me with information about the local gilfs in my area that would like to perform coitus. In exchange, it has my Facebook logins and MySpace logins, along with my life savings of 2 bananas. I was approached by another gay clown. He offered to play a game, which I lost. I lost my gold and my dignity. I have nothing left to say upon these remaining champions, apart from the last 2, so enjoy the boss music. The penultimate champion is the evil version. It was a very intense fight. Due to the high charisma, a lot of it was blocked, so yeah, it did take quite a while. I also wanted to try and fight him in the melee range, but it did also take quite a while, and we had to menacingly walk to each other. Now it's time for the final champion. At first I needed to look presentable, so I tried my best to look like a gay stripper. I actually almost lost this if I didn't take the choke joke, as I did not expect that damage. With that, I have beaten the game. Was it a boring win? Yes, but I did beat the game. Not even a single loss as well. This game is a certified hood classic. I rate it 10 Fistons out of 5 Negus. Now back onto my favourite game. Thank you, John, for gifting me this game. You have ruined my life.